1700s, there was a guy named Benjamin Hale, and he was a Sea Island cotton farmer from Camden, South Carolina. He had the good fortune of discovering gold on his property in 1827 and 1828, which is how the Hale family made a lot of their money. So Benjamin Hale came down here with his neighbor, Mr. Chestnut, to serve in the Second Seminole Indian Wars, and they did a 3-month tour of duty down here and returned to South Carolina alive and well with glowing tales of Florida, because this was all virgin soil. It had never been planted and overplanted, and it doesn't snow down here. We don't get near as many freezes as they do in South Carolina. So he kept that in the back of his mind, and then he had a series of successive crop failures due to flooding and caterpillars. And he chose to send some of his family elsewhere looking for a better place to make their lives. So he sent his son Thomas and his wife, whose name was Esther Serena Chestnut Hale, but she actually ended up going by Serena. She had a long name. So they came down here, and this is their plantation house. They came in 1854 by way of the St. Johns and the Ocklawaha rivers, and they caught a wagon train over to Florida here, where they bought 1,500 acres of the Don Arredondo land grant. And when they got here, Thomas and Serena had already had 5 children. One of them had died back in South Carolina. They had 4 remaining children and 54 enslaved laborers that came with them. And like I said, it took 3 months for them to get here. And they started setting up shop. It took 1.5 years to build the home. So they lived on in a log cabin north of the site. And they immediately began planting Sea Island cotton. And the first year's crop was so good they didn't even bother cutting the trees down. They were plowing around them. And Thomas and Serena wrote back. There's so much writing on the walls right now is because this was one of the party rooms. So most of what you'll see is party writing. So it's, for example, where this young man's standing right here, it says a impromptu dance, May 8th, 18th of